All right, I am standing outside of 1930 Grand Ave, and I can't wait to show you the inside. I want to just first point out how amazing a location this is, okay? So this house is literally like 1 block from Grand Ave Park. It is 3 blocks from the bridge to the Port of Everett. You could like literally walk, get really good exercise, and have an amazing meal on the Port of Everett every day. All right. I mean, it would just be too easy to do. What else can I say? I mean, the Port of Everett is pretty incredible. I mean, this neighborhood features sidewalks. The home does have a garage. There's plenty of street parking. And yeah, I mean, you get the benefit of being on this really cute, amazing streets. All right, here we are. So what I'm gonna do actually is there's a car coming, but I'm gonna walk across the street so I can kind of show you what the home looks like from across the street and kind of point some things out to you. So in this direction, that takes you to Grand Ave Park and the bridge down to the waterfront. If you head this way, you head right on up to downtown Everett. I mean, this is like minutes from things like the Co-op, Shack Arts Center, the Village Theater. I mean, all of the happening things in Everett. And the unit is just there right across the street. It does have an amazing infinity water view, okay? And when I show you the water view, you will know what I mean by infinity. And you can literally see Grand Ave Park right there. I mean, it is like boom. So this is like, you could walk your dog, you could go on a walk, there's sidewalks everywhere. And it's one of those neighborhoods where you will see people on a really nice day, you know, on a walk with, you know, going on a walk for themselves, taking their kids on a walk, walking their dog, walking with their partners, walking alone. And this is a great neighborhood for that. So I am going to take you to the unit. This condo community features 3 units. And this second unit has actually like an amazing view. So it goes down the stairs. So we're heading down that way now. And this is the first of 2 decks. So this is the deck that you take to get to the front door there. And yeah, look at this. And you see, this is what I mean by an infinity view. Like, it's almost like, you know, it reminds me of those infinity pools where it just kind of goes right out and you're just like, it's like all view, completely unobstructed. You know, it's a glass on the rail. You know, you basically get to see everything. And it's great. And then, you know, I can even point out there. So there goes the Port of Everett. There goes the Muse, favorite coffee shop ever. All right. We've got the naval base here. The trees are kind of blocking it, but like right beyond those trees, we have Sound to Summit. We have Woods Coffee. We have Hotel Indigo back in the background. And right in front of Hotel Indigo, we have that amazing splash pad where families go and hang out. Kids are laughing. You also have the boardwalk. Yeah, people going out there and hanging out. We also have Restaurant Row just opened up there. So we've got Tapped. We've got Rustic Cork. We've got Minchie's. We've got South Fork Baking Company. And then there's more restaurants on the way. Oh man, I should remind you. So just beyond here, you can see out that way, look, I'm gonna put my finger by it right there. That's Jetty Island. So the Jetty Island ferry is going to start up soon, and you can go actually to the Port of Everett's website and you can do a day trip. And basically, if you go to the other side of Jetty Island, there's like a really amazing beach, and on a warm sunny day, it's quite incredible. Children love it. What else is so? Oh, and then also for the Port of Everett, they have they take the Jetty Island ferry and they do historic tours of the Everett Waterfront. And they take you around and they basically tell you the whole entire history of Everett by boat. And those tickets sell out like almost immediately. So if you have not purchased your tickets and you're interested in doing something like that, I would highly recommend that you get your tickets. All right, there's Everett Ship Repair out there. Yeah, quite amazing. Amazing view. I mean, I think you could literally be out here all day enjoying the view from the deck. So now let's head to the inside of the house. There's lots of windows, so you get lots of natural light in this home. All right, so here we are in the living room. And the first thing you'll notice is a gas fireplace. It does have a blower, and I've actually had it on while I've been in here, and it's really nice and toasty. Feels very, very comfortable. It's great. Okay, yeah. And then there's like this nice map that was made, and it kind of shows you everything here. Naval Station Marina. Yeah, I mean, there's even more than this now, okay? But it's a great overview. And you can kind of see where the property is. So the property is right here. And like literally, you go down here to Grand Ave Park, you take the bridge that they're pointing at, you just go down some stairs, like there's the bridge right there. You go right down there, and then boom, you are like right there. You're right there at the net shed. Okay. Net shed, fresh fish. So again, really allowing you to kind of take in the infinity view here. It's very lovely. These windows are in pretty good condition. We're looking at, you know, a really nice vinyl window. And, you know, I can see the cars down there and they're driving by, but I don't really hear them. And so it's nice. You've got some nice soundproofing. And then as we go through the space, this would be like your front living room. All right. You do have a coat closet. And it's nice. You know, one thing I noticed about this home is all the doors are wood, and you've got a nice traditional 4-panel wood door. They're all in really good condition. I really absolutely love this glass panel on the front door. I think it's really, you know, it's very sophisticated. It's a very nice design feature. And I think it's great for, again, you know, embracing natural light and letting all the light come into the home. I bet you saw that. There is a hot tub. And you know what I'll do? Let's actually go out and take a look. So I think one thing you'll notice, this house does not have a yard. Okay, so we're talking really low maintenance. I mean, maybe this is your yard here. We've got some nice little succulents growing. There is a garden bed, so you could add flowers or, you know, whatever you like in the area. You know, things that like shade. I mean, that's why there's probably ferns. The home does have some outdoor storage here, which you can see. So, you know, it's a small storage closet. And so this is your second deck, and literally still very similar vibe, right? Like very much an infinity deck with an infinity view. And you're really, I mean, it's cloudy, but I can just tell you right now that there are some incredible sunsets that happen over here. There are some incredible moonrises that happen here, and you would not miss a single one. I mean, I have gone to Grand Ave Park and seen the moon come up over the Sound, and it almost makes me cry, okay? So, if you want to have that experience, this is the place to be. Right, really nice sized deck. Very easy to put. You could put a lot of entertaining space out here. You have a hot tub ready to go. I mean, I'm thinking like something bubbly, maybe a couple of friends. You could even perhaps get like a little electric fire pit. That would be really sweet. You can see that they do have shades here for when it's really sunny and warm. And so this deck space could be used literally all times of year, okay? Because we do have this, I'm standing under the covered portion right here. So it's covered. You've got really nice looking tongue and groove type siding up above. And so it's just really nice looking, really well done, really thoughtful design. I'm looking at the siding. The siding is in pretty good condition here. It's been well maintained. So the home is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. We're just over 1,500 square feet. So this is a very generously sized condo. And I really felt it immediately, especially when I walked into this area here. It's like, wow, like look at this. There is so much space here. You could have an additional dining area. Right now, they're kind of using it almost as like a workstation, right? So this is like maybe your office space, but this could be you could maybe get rid of this desk here and just have the bookcase here. You could have an additional seating area. You could have a couple of stools here at the bar for the kitchen. And then this would be your traditional dining space. So here you could have like a dining room. This could also, it just depends on who you are, okay? Like the other thing that I imagined is like maybe you have art that you want to hang. So, this could be just like a little seating area, gallery space, and you could be featuring your artwork, right? Because you have different places you could display it. Maybe you have like some sculptures or glass work that could go there, and then you could hang your pieces there on the wall. And you could still, of course, have a dining room table there and, really show off your art. You still, from this room, get to take advantage of this really incredible view. And, I don't know what else there is to say. This view is so amazing. It's like completely like, you just see it all. There's no trees blocking it. I think there's barely like one like power, like, is that even like a power line out there? There's like one tiny power line out there. That's it. Okay, so let's take you into the primary bedroom. So this is your primary bedroom, and man, where do I go first? So let's start with something boring. Let's go into the closet. So this home does feature a walk-in closet. Okay. All right. And, this would be, you could store a lot in here. All right. You could store a lot of clothing. Okay. And honestly, you could reimagine this entire closet and do a really nice California closet or something and really take advantage of the space. All right. This is where your bed would go. I think you could very easily fit a nice size king size bed, maybe with one nightstand or maybe even two. A queen would definitely fit down here. And here's the thing about this. This unit is actually kind of a little bit below grade. And the beauty of that is that this is going to stay nice and cool, especially in the summertime. And so that's going to really help whatever expenses you have for heating and cooling, right? Because look, you're kind of like shielded. You're not going to lose a lot of your heat or coolness to the environment. And I think that that's a real critical thing to realize. We've been looking at this for a minute. Yes, you have your own jetted tub in this home, and it's right here in your room. So you can, boom, you could just jump in here, okay? It kind of excites me because it would be a unique experience, right? Like, you have a jetted tub in your bedroom, and boom, you can go right in there. You can have a nice jetted tub experience indoors, not where it's cold, and you still get your view, okay? All right. This home does feature a generously sized walk-in shower. Nice size. The tile is all in really good condition. You could literally just start living in this house and then really put your footprint on it, put your stamp on it. You could personalize it over time. This is a very nice sized vanity top that could easily be used for sharing. You definitely have, several banks of cabinets. You have this bank of cabinets here of drawers. And then you have cabinetry underneath each sink. And then this is a little area to put on makeup. Okay, that's what that is. And then, you've got room, you've got your, the place where you have to do some work sometimes, okay? And, and I think, again, I don't know how to really reiterate this, but everything is in really good condition. Like, it doesn't have to be removed or taken out immediately. You can really take your time with this one. And again, hardcore, all wood door, all in really good condition. And let's move on into the kitchen. I know you've been curious about it. I haven't really talked much about it, but you've got your open concept kitchen here. It's essentially the heart of the home. Like if you could imagine entertaining in this space, this is exactly where people are going to be. They're going to grab something to eat, and then they're going to walk out to basically your second living room, which is that beautiful deck outside. Okay. So we've got a sink. Everything is here. We've got nice gas cooktop here. You know, this is Jenner's a good quality brand. You know, we've got a microwave. We're vented out. We've got, you know, nice looking cabinets. These cabinets that are open, I love these because it's a nice opportunity to display your glassware. So, you know, I'm thinking like your margarita glasses, champagne flutes, those Starbucks cups that you've been collecting. And then you've got these, look at this. We've got these magnetic strips here for your machetes, ha ha ha. I'm just teasing. You know, for all your chef knives, you could have these up here. I mean, this is really a chef's kitchen, all right? Like, look at all of these drawers. Look at all that storage you have. You know? This is for your cookie sheets. We've got storage underneath the sink. We've got a standard bank of drawers here. And you have a dishwasher. You do have matching stainless steel appliances in this unit, so everything looks like it goes together. Beautiful. And then a nice slate tile here. I mean, that's great because, you know, you have the flooring in this home is like a laminate flooring, and you know, you don't want that getting wet all the time. So it was really great that they put tile in that kitchen. Okay. I do want you to be able to see it. And then let's get like kind of like another angle of this. You know, maybe your library space, maybe perhaps a workstation. Oh, I forgot to show you this. This right here, this is so cool. Okay. Another little space back here. So you could, like, if you really had, like, if you don't do a lot of work at home, you could just, boop, that could go away entirely, and you could have a small area for all of your computer things. You know, you keep your files, you know, you pay your bills, you know, you pull out this stool once a month, pay your bills, put it back, and look at that, tucked away. Boom. Nobody even has to know that it's there. Okay. All right. Utility room. All right, so this is great. You have a nice sized, a full-sized stacking washer dryer here. This is where your water heater is. You've got a sump pump back here, and you do have a little bit of storage for your laundry needs. This, you know, probably you could add like maybe another rack here and do more storage because this room is actually really nicely sized. So, you know, you need storage for your toilet paper, your paper towels, a place to put your mop, your broom. You know, this is it right here, your utility closet. All right. This house has so many surprises. Okay, man, this is the secondary bathroom. It's really nice. Like this flooring in here is really nice looking. This is really nice looking flooring. It's in really good shape. Okay, you do have an oversized vanity here. It does have a set of drawers, and you do have storage again underneath. You know, everything is in, you know, it's in good shape starting out. Okay. Then you have your 4-piece. So this is a 4-piece, but you've got your 2-piece bathtub here. So you've got the shower and the tub combination. So, you know, you're working with 2 full bathrooms here in this home. And the really cool thing is it is connected to this other room. So it's almost like you have 2 primaries. Okay. And, you know, that could mean, you know, that's really meaningful. Like you could have some different types of living arrangements with the second primary bath. And this room is a nice size. You know, we're looking at, you could probably easily fit a queen size bed in here with a nightstand. And you've got a generously sized closet here. And someone was pointing this out, like all the window wells are like real precision design. They lined them all with like a brick, it looks like it, I don't know that it's a veneer, but it is brick inside of there, which is really nice looking. You know, it gives it like a nice design. And then it's got these beautiful black river rocks. And so, you know, it's really intentional and well thought out. And, you know, you're not looking at something that's unsightly, like you're looking at something actually really cool inside of the windows. All right, here's the third bedroom. I promised you 3 rooms and 2 bathrooms. Here we are. This room is a little bit smaller. I would say probably most people would use this maybe as like an office. You could pretty easily fit like a full-size bed or maybe a twin-size bed in here with no problem. And again, you can see these like really cute window wells, and they have like a cute little plant in there that does great in the Pacific Northwest. It's quite adorable. All right, so that is the tour of the house, okay? It's an incredible home. If you would like to come check it out, I am here with Cammie at an open house tomorrow afternoon, all right? I'm hoping for sun, all right? We did have a little bit of rain today, but maybe it will be better tomorrow, okay? You can come and check it out. You may also DM me, and I will schedule a private tour for you if you're interested in checking the house out. Other than that, what else okay, I'll just recap really quick. The house, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. It's got 2 amazing decks. We've got an amazing infinity view, beautiful view of the sound, really close to everything. Close to downtown, close to the Everett Waterfront, walkable neighborhood, 1,500 square feet. It's an amazing place to live. So shoot me a message if you have questions. Take care.